Live and also live on the YouTube. What have we got this week? LinkedIn features you might not know. So I'm hoping that you're all going to get something out of today's session. But I am taking heed of Timia's words because this week she posted about going on to LinkedIn Lives and events where the host rambles on for a long time and doesn't quite get to the point, doesn't start things off. She was saying she's there on time and things just don't start. They wait for others to join that are late. We're not going to wait for anyone today, Timia. We're going to crack right into things. But before we do, I need to draw your attention to next week's special guest. We have the fantastic Marcus Tomlinson, who's coming on, and the topic of next week's show is skydiving with dolphins. Yeah, I know. What the hell is that all about? And the only way you're going to find out is by joining us next Tuesday, 12:30, where Marcus and myself will be live on time. Okay, so LinkedIn features you might not know. What I've done here is I've broken things down into three sort of subcategories to try and give this presentation a little bit of focus. So I'm going to talk around some features within your profile, some features within posting, and some features about being social. Okay, let's not forget this is a social media platform. So let's focus on your profile. Now, I know we've done LinkedIn's before about making sure that your profile is all up to speed, but there are a couple of features which aren't that obvious. These are in no particular hierarchy. This is just the way that they came out of my brain. So the first one is a profile video. So you put your little profile picture up, but there is a way of uploading a little short video. It's only 30 seconds long, or maximum of 30 seconds long. And here's the rub. It can only be uploaded from the mobile app on your smartphone. If you operate LinkedIn via a desktop, you won't be able to access this function. You can only access it when you go into your profile settings via your smartphone. And you can record a little video telling the world about maybe yourself and the products and services that you offer. 30 seconds is quite a long time when you think about it. The second little secret that you might not know about is that there is a little audio clip that you can also record. The main reason that this is there is to be able to maybe pronounce your name if your name is a complex one to pronounce, right? If people get it wrong all the time. But that said, it does give you the opportunity to record audio for 10 seconds. So you can say, hello, my name's Miles, spelt M-I-L-E-S, and I offer X, Y, and Z, right? It's another little opportunity to add to your profile, but both the video and the audio functions are only available to be uploaded through the mobile app. Okay. Now, you may want to change your pronouns. So you can do this within your profile. You can go in and you can create a different pronoun or however you identify or want to be identified. But there's also a custom section. So I've had a little bit of fun here and I've put in there that I'm a pioneer, as that's part of my brand. Okay, so there is a section for pronouns. You can also add a website link now to your profile. So please take advantage of that. Go into your profile settings and there is the ability to upload your website. If you run your own business, you don't have to promote your company's business, obviously, if you're an individual on LinkedIn. Now, here's a nice little feature that you may not be aware of. It allows you to pin posts to a featured section within your profile. So this is really handy for those that are creators who do post regularly. Maybe you want to pin your most successful or your most engaging or the main message that you want to get across. You can post those within the featured section, or should I say not post, you can pin them within this featured section. So you go into your list of posts, you go into the little three dots, and there's the ability to pin it as a feature. It's a really nice way of showcasing some of your best videos. Now, there's a couple of new little functions on LinkedIn that you may not be aware of. One is to demonstrate your skills. Now, this is really something that's been put on there to help people if they're looking to change careers. So if you are an employee and you're looking to change careers, go into your profile and you'll see that you're able to demonstrate maybe what's the word, transferable skills to a different sector. So there's the ability to write some answers to specific questions about transferable skills, and also in some instances you can upload a related video. At the moment there are 4 main sections that you can demonstrate you have transferable skills to, and they are HR, sales, marketing, and project management. So check that out if you are looking to change direction within your career, and you can let people know about the skills that you got that are transferable. And the last one is there are skills assessments to be done. I know this is a relatively new thing. Now, I've got to just caveat this, that these skills at the moment are quite tech based. So things like Google Analytics, Excel, PowerPoint, SEO, and basically it's a little quiz, and the quiz will determine whether or not you hit the threshold. I think you have to like get a pass of 80% or more to become it'll give you a little insignia to suggest that you are skilled in a particular field. So take the Excel one, for example. If you are a whiz at Excel, you can sit this test. I think it's 15 questions. But if you don't make grade, no one gets to see it, right? But if you don't make the grade, you can't resit the test for another 6 months. Okay, so there's some sort of security on there in terms of people trying to sort of hack the system and get these extra skills. So if you are really skilled, then have a crack at them. For the sake of science, I had a crack at the SEO one. I thought, well, I know a decent amount about SEO. It turns out I do not know as much as I thought I knew about technical SEO. All right. So, and I won't be resitting that skill in 6 months' time, I don't think. All right, so that's all the little bits and bobs that you may not know about your profile. There's lots of others, but I wasn't going to turn this into a whole section on profile. So there we go. Posting. Let's talk about posting and some of the things you might not know about when you are posting content on LinkedIn. So the first thing is that there is a new feature which will allow you to schedule your post on a day and a time that you want it to go live. This is quite a new feature and it is really quite handy. So previously, if you wanted to schedule something at a particular day or time, you'd either have to do it at that day and on that time, or you'd have to use a scheduling tool to automatically upload this to your profile at said day and time. But now, when you go on to create a post within the LinkedIn app itself, either desktop or mobile, when you look at the window that it provides you, down the bottom right hand side there's a little clock feature icon. If you click on that, it will allow you to select the day and the time that you want to post. Now, I've talked about this before. The ideal I mean, there's a lot of debate about this. The ideal day and time to post would seem to be between Tuesday and Thursday. Monday and Fridays aren't as successful, right? You can still get engagement, but it's not as successful. And they recommend that you post early in the morning. So if you wanted to post twice a week, maybe Tuesdays, Thursdays at 7 a.m. And use the scheduling tool to schedule things at different times and see what kind of reaction you get from your audience. All of our audience and connections are going to be different depending on, again, where in the world they are, right? Now, another new feature that LinkedIn have introduced is the auto generation of captions. Now, you will hopefully be seeing on the screen here auto-generated captions. Now, you can switch these on when you upload your video to the LinkedIn platform. If you're using a streaming service to go live like I am, you need to make sure that you check this box. And to be fair, I use something called Restream, and it took me quite a while to actually find where I had to check in order to switch this function on. But I haven't actually looked at my phone today, have I, to check if it's happening? But I will do now because someone's actually calling me. So once that is finished, I will have a little look. Now, another thing that I see people doing quite regularly is posting external links. So these are things that you might not know, right? And what you need to remember is that LinkedIn, as a social media platform, they want to keep you on the platform for as long as possible. So if you post, let's say that you found an article in the Times and you wanted to share that, then by sharing that post within your post, when you click on it, it will take you away from LinkedIn to the Times website. Now, if you do this once or twice, that isn't a major issue. But what you got to remember is that the robot, or the spiders as they're technically known, once you post, they will come along and they will crawl all over your post, and they'll check that you're not in violation of the LinkedIn policies. And they will look for stuff like external links. And what the algorithm will do is they will not share your link as much as everybody else's that doesn't share external links, because they don't want people to leave the platform. Yeah, it's quite it's common sense, I suppose. Now, there are a few oh, thanks, Ben. Ben says the closed caption's working, so thanks. I don't even have to look at my phone. Thank you, Ben. So you that's put me off my friend now. External links, right? So there are two ways that you can include external links within your posts. The first one is quite common and people have heard about, putting it in the first line of the comments, but that is a bit of ag. I mean, some scheduling tools will allow you to auto schedule a comment. You can add that in, or you've got to wait till it goes live and then you've got to put the actual link in the comments. So that's a typical way of doing it. There is a new way of adding an external link to a post, though. Don't ask me why, but this is how it is. If you schedule your post through the mobile app, not the desktop, the mobile app, it will allow you to attach a URL to your post. You can't do this through the desktop app. I know, like, I don't know why, but it is the way it is. So if you want to reference an external post, and if I was you, create your own little image about maybe your view on this particular post. Like, spend some time sort of on Canva creating something, or any other image creation software is out there, but create yourself your own little sort of cover page, if you like, and then add that link to that image through your mobile device. So there we go. That's about external links. In terms of people engaging with you, when people do comment on your post, please try and respond to that post as quickly as you can. This is not like a new feature, right? But this is a feature of the algorithm. So the spiders or the bots that I told you come back and they look at your post about every half an hour or so. So the more engagement you get on your post, the more it'll expand the reach of your post and show it to more people. It basically wants the algorithm wants the platform to share content that's really popular and engaging and keeping people on the platform. So let's say that Ben commented on my post. Then what I should do is I should first of all like his comment. And by that, I mean a meaningful reaction, not just the lazy thumbs up, but applaud it or love it or support it or do the laughy face to suggest that it was funny. And then reply to his comment with something that's meaningful, not just thanks for the comment, Ben, or cheers, mate. Write something that is they reckon longer than sort of 5 words for it to become meaningful. But if I was you, write something which is going to be a little bit engaging and tempt Ben to comment back, because the more comments you get, the more engagement you get, the more likely when the spider comes along and checks your post next time, it goes, oh, well, there's been 3, 4, 5, 6 interactions on this post. I'm going to show it to more people. It doesn't care that it's you and Ben chatting. All right. All it cares about is that it's creating dialogue and conversation. There's also analytics around your posts. So they've improved the analytics now. So you can go on and there's a little analytics. It's text actually. That's if you go into your profile, you can search for posts and your own posts, and then for each of your own posts there's a little analytics button. You press that and it'll tell you how many engagements you had, and even the professions of the people that have been viewing your posts. So have a look at your posts, have a look at what time of day that you're posting them and what days you're posting them, and start to be a little bit more responsive with your liking and commenting and sharing on your own posts, and you'll actually see a correlation. The more engaging you are on your posts and the quicker you are at doing it, the more traction your posts will get. And the last one about posting is hashtags. Now, I know a lot of people perhaps have got a twisted view of hashtags. A lot of people add a lot of hashtags. The recommended number of hashtags you should add to your LinkedIn post is just 3. 3. Okay. There's not a limit based on it. You can add a lot, but apparently the algorithm will give more focus to the first 3 hashtags that are on your post, and try and make them relevant to the post, especially if you operate in a certain field. So for me, marketing strategy. So I try and use the marketing strategy hashtag as much as I possibly can so that my content appears when people follow the marketing strategy hashtag. Does that make sense? Okay. Right. Last one. And this is about being social on the platform. And this is something that I go on about all the time, right? Be social on social media, be social and interact. So the best way to extend your reach of your own personal brand or your business brand is to comment and interact on other people's posts. Because we know it's like this spider web, right? So I'm picking on Ben today because he's made a comment, right? But I'm connected with Ben and that's all great, but I'm not connected with all of Ben's connections. And by going on to a post that Ben has posted and by making a meaningful comment on Ben's post, not only does all of Ben's connections get to see or read my comment, but they will also get to see the little headline that follows me everywhere that talks about what I do. And this isn't a instant thing, right? If I wanted to build a relationship with Ben's followers, I will need to make meaningful comments on Ben's posts over a longer period of time. Maybe I will start connecting with, maybe some of Ben's followers will start to comment on my comment and start to engage with me. So you see how it goes. If you keep yourself quite insular, you're only able to sort of fish in the pond that you're in. But there's a whole ocean out there if you start to comment and interact on other people's posts. Now, if you are part of a business, have you connected with all of your employees, all of your suppliers? One little tip here is you may want to make some of your employees admins on your company page. And the main reason I say this is not just about expanding the reach of your company page, but every month, if you're a premium subscriber, you get 250 invites to your company page per month. And you can only invite people to follow your company page if they are connections of you in the first place. And what I found with some of my clients is that over time, we've exhausted all of their connections, even if they've got a couple of thousand over a period of time, we've asked all of their connections to follow the company page. So there are credits that are expiring each month because we can't use them up because we don't connect with over 250 new people every single month. But by having somebody else as an admin within that page, it opens up all of their connections to invite to follow the company page. Let's remember, company pages aren't people, and company pages don't have connections. People have to follow that page. Does that make sense? Okay. Right. Did you know that you can export your connections list on LinkedIn? So God forbid LinkedIn went bust tomorrow, right? Or something happened to the backup and the backup's backup and they lost all of your info. You might find it handy to download, I think it's probably a CSV file, all of your connections and keep it on, add it to your CRM system that I'm a big advocate of. Okay, so make sure you do a backup of all your connections. Now, some people, they struggle with content creation. Well, here's a tip: reposting. Now, again, this is another way of expanding your reach. So reposting and putting your own spin or your own views, I mean, it's lazy content creation, right? However, if you make sure that you tag the original person in on this, then, well, they're going to feel good about it, right? So again, it's about being social, expanding your reach. If you find, if Ben posts something that I find interesting, repost it, add your own little comment on that. And again, Ben will get to see, and Ben's extended network will also get to see that you've reposted Ben's post. So again, it's about being social. I can't sort of stress enough about that. Now, one little feature that you may not know about is the little bell. Okay. Now, when you follow somebody, a little bell will appear on their profile. You can go to my profile now and have a look and see if there's a little bell there. If there is, click the bell or ring the bell, and then you will get notified every single time that I make a post. Now, you may not want to be notified every time that Miles makes a post, and I don't blame you, right? However, if as part of your marketing strategy, you are trying to build relationships with your target market, then maybe you do want to be alerted every time, I don't know, an IT specialist that you want to get in touch with makes a post. And I'm not saying this because you need to sort of stalk these people, but if they make a post and you think that you've got something to add, it's that ideal opportunity to start commenting. And this is probably one more thing I want to say about this. The amount of unsolicited connection requests that get denied is quite high. So if you've got a target market on LinkedIn and you want to try and interact with them, don't send them a connection request. Follow them. follow them, ring the bell. Every time they post, every time they make a comment on someone else's post, you will get notified. You can then start making meaningful comments on those posts. They will become aware of you. And after a period of time, all right, I'm not trying to be disingenuous about it, but after a period of time, when you then send that connection request, they are much more likely to say yes and connect with you. And lo and behold, every time you post, then they will get to see your content. Right. So that is it. 25 minutes all on LinkedIn features you might not know about. And they were broken down into 3 different sections. So here's my top 3 picks, one from each of the sections. So on your profile, look at pinning your most popular posts to the featured page, or the posts that engage with what you want people to see about you. Pin your popular posts. When you're posting, the scheduling feature is a great new feature. I've used it today because lo and behold, I forgot to post yesterday what was happening in March. And I didn't want to post it this morning because if I posted this morning, going live today would cancel out the exposure of that post this morning. So I've scheduled it in for tomorrow morning using the scheduling app. Being social on social media, my tip here is ringing that bell. Ringing that bell and being notified about the people you want to be notified upon will allow you then to make meaningful comment and hopefully build relationships with them. So that's it. I hope you have enjoyed yourself. I hope you have found some features on LinkedIn that you didn't know about. If you've got any comments, please stick them in the chat now. I'll do my best to answer them before we go off air. However, my WhatsApp number's on here. Please send me an inappropriate WhatsApp GIF to start off our dialogue and ask me any question you would like. Or maybe there's a topic that you'd like me to talk about. You know I do these every single Tuesday at 12:30. Now, a quick reminder that next week we have Marcus, who is coming on, and the topic is skydiving with dolphins. Honestly, I have no idea. He's a mindset coach. So tune into that if you want to know about how to skydive with a dolphin. I mean, there are things on your bucket list, right? Thank you, Ben. Thanks for the lovely comment. You are very welcome. And until next time, folks, ta-ta for now.